You know, Travis, that we have 2 visitor centers, and people call us and text us.
Yeah.
They walk in, they slide into our social media feeds, and they ask us all sorts of questions. And we actually, this might shock you, we have professional staff and dedicated volunteers to answer questions.
Yes.
You're going to help us, Travis, in a segment we call We Get Questions.
If I win, do I get a sticker before my 5-year anniversary?
You get a sticker. Someone came in and this is funny because I'm asking a guy who does this every week for us, but here we go. Someone came in and they asked, what wineries in Sonoma Valley are family owned?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Good question. And you can say, you don't have to say all of them, but are there any that you can think? Because, people don't know. Not that it matters. Grapes, delicious, all sorts of places. But are there any family-owned wineries?
Well, there's Larson.
Great. Larson's a good one.
Robledo.
Robledo's a fantastic one. There's so many.
Exactly.
The problem is you're going to have to start from either north to south to think about it, or south to north. If I had the map, Schermeister.
Oh, that's right. Schermeister.
Yeah,
Wine Snob.
Wine Snob.
Yeah,
good
yeah,
job. They're
yeah.
family. And oftentimes their name isn't always on the label. Like Schermeister is a family name, but Wine Snob, not their name.
Nope. Yeah.
Although if it was, then you're born to become a wine snob. Hamilton, up there in Kenwood.
Oh, that's right. Yes, there's a very nice couple. Yes.
Nice couple.
Yeah.
Sangiacomo.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
This one's a tricky one. Jacuzzi is owned by the Klein family, but Jacuzzi is a family name too.
Oh, interesting.
And both Klein and Jacuzzi are family.
So that's families owned.
Families, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is Little Family Vineyards.
Yep. That's a
The
good one.
vineyards are small, but the family's name is Little.
Yes.
So it is Little Family Vineyards.
That's a good one.
There's a ranch up in Glen Ellen on the right-hand side.
Not Hamel.
Close. It rhymes with Schmeltane.
Oh, Beltane.
Beltane Ranch,
Yeah,
yep.
Beltane.
Up there.
Oh, Deerfield.
Deerfield Ranch,
Yeah.
Did I say Loxton already?
Loxton.
Loxton family owned. Highway 12. Yeah, it's Paul. It's Paul and they're family-ish. Actually, you're right. They're not family owned. They're individual owned.
Yes. Yeah.
But anyway, Paul Justo is one of the owners, and his dad talks to me all the time.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a whole bunch. Cassidy Ranch. Cassidy Ranch is famous.
yes,
So there are a lot of family-owned wineries. Still a crucial part of our economy.
Absolutely.
And they're all out there. But yeah. Okay, here's another one. What time do the bathrooms in the plaza open?
Well, see, my shift when I come in, it's 11 o'clock, so they're always open.
The bathrooms are open by then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 9?
Yeah, even earlier than that sometimes. You're right. They'll be open by 9. Yeah. Brian kind of keeps track of the plaza and stuff. He's there early. He's so good at opening them up first thing. So the bathrooms in the plaza, if you can get there before Brian, then you are up early. But they're open fairly early, but definitely by 9 o'clock they're open. By 8 o'clock they're open. And the bathrooms behind us, you get a lot of questions about where are the bathrooms.
Yeah, and so it was pointed out to me the other day that I tell people if they're the state park is go around through the plaza, through the dirt. And they're like, no. Have them go through the barracks because then they can see our lovely museum and a gift shop.
That's so much easier.
Isn't it? But they get to see stuff that's
a smart way.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If there's one thing, if you are anxious and need relief, it should be a nice trip.
Yeah.
And educational.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there's a cannon.
Yes.
And there's some barracks. And there's a gift shop on the way back.
Exactly. Yeah. So they can get their Sonoma, I Heart Sonoma t-shirt.
Who told you that?
Sharon Douglas.
Sharon's so smart.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Good job, Sharon. Yeah. Okay. Question someone else asked us is, should a person tip the tour guide on a bus?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Answer. Yeah. I would say most tour guides, if they're bus driver tour guides, they're not just driving you. They're also talking and telling you what's going on. And if you're able to, and if you feel open to it, a tip is always appreciated. So, yeah, you should. However, in America, we don't tip the bus driver for the county transit. So think about that. Do you think if they pointed stuff out along the way, we would just throw them a little dollar?
They just need a little microphone and give a tour.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like right.
And hopefully
you're
not a regular rider. It's like, I've heard this before.
Oh my God. I know.
I'll tip you if you don't say anything.
Go to the bathroom like going to the barracks. You said it yesterday. Okay, please. Here's another question for you. Settle this once and for all. Is it the Sonoma Square or is it the Sonoma Plaza?
Oh, it's the plaza.
What?
It's the plaza. It's shaped like a square because it's historic. It's always been a plaza. Historically, it's
Why?
a plaza.
What's a plaza?
Because that's how it was created.
Okay.
So it was a plaza.
Plaza.
Because it's based on, remember, Sonoma's a planned community.
Okay.
In the classic Mexican style. It's the large plaza, public plaza, largest in California. So I view it as that's the historical name.
Right.
Granted, it's shaped like a square.
Although technically, if you look at it, he did lay it out a
little bit,
little
yeah.
canted.
Yeah.
You're right. So it's not a square.
Yeah.
If you want a square, you go to a different town. In Healdsburg, we have a plaza. Healdsburg. My problem is Healdsburg they call it a plaza, but it's not.
Yeah.
That should be a square.
Yeah.
Because they're smaller and they were founded by a guy from Ohio.
Yeah, it's much smaller. Yeah. It's cute, but.
So Sonoma has a plaza.
Yes. Yeah. But a lot of people call it the square.
Oh, it makes
I
you
cringe.
Yeah. What also is kind of interesting is that in other countries, a plaza is a name for like an indoor mall. So I had a group from Australia ask me where the mall was, and I'm like, "Why would you think there's a mall here?"
Yeah.
So I sent you go to Santa Rosa. It's like 40, and they said, "Well, what is the plaza?" I said, "You're standing on it." So there was a little miscommunication.
Yeah. It's like the mall in Washington.
Oh, the great Washington Mall.
It's a mall.
Washington Mall.
Yeah. But I don't know why they ever call it that. But
I think mall comes from another word meaning there's stuff along the sides of something.
Yeah.
And there's a space in the middle where stuff happens.
Could be like Pall Mall in London.
Yeah.
Well, let's just make that up.
Yeah. I believe they named that portion of London after the cigarettes.
Mr. Paul, yes, the inventor of tobacco.
See, we're going to run a paper. What's going to happen?
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely, yeah.
Final question we got was just this morning, and it's apropos. What's up with all the different kinds of flags around the plaza?
Ah, yes.
What's up with all those flags?
So the flags, it's not,
You know them?
it's the flags over Sonoma. So Sonoma County, so different countries. So we have Spain, because this was part of the Spanish Empire.
Okay.
Sir Francis Drake claimed it for England, but never actually really came
Oh,
here.
really? I hear he had a beer on the Sonoma Plaza. Or maybe it was on the square.
Yeah, he was in the square.
For that it was a square because he was British.
And then the Russians, who were never in Sonoma, but they had Fort Ross and
Right.
the really bad farming. Then the Mexican Empire, they got its independence in 1821, but that lasted 2 years, and then it became a Mexican republic.
So we were Mexican Empire, Mexican Republic.
Correct.
Okay.
And the bear flag which is the glorious, free, independent
Yeah.
California Republic for 25 days.
I remember it so well.
Yes.
So
then-
it lasted less long than like the month of February.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And then America.
In the United States.
Yeah. The U.S. flag.
So that's why we have those flags. Usually you see them in City Hall. I think the Plaza Bistro has a bunch of flags over
Yep.
it. People will often fly the different types of flags.
They're actually inside the soon-to-be Sonoma Valley History Museum, which will be opening in a few months.
I am very excited about
Yes.
that. Patricia Cullinan's been talking about it for a long time.
Yes.
And I keep saying, when it's open,
Yes.
make sure I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I saw a little model they're working on of like the City Hall.
The City Hall, that's a 3D printed model.
Yeah.
And it's coming together. So it'll.
I can't wait for that to open.
Yeah.
At Depot Park.
Yeah.
And right there on the train.
Another great thing for our lovely visitors, and it's free.
I wonder if they'll sell your book.
Was that?
Will they sell your book there?
I don't believe they're having any sales. That gets complicated.
It does get
Yeah.
complicated. You absolutely. And
Taxes
look at me. Look at me.
Yeah.
Here I am trying to. I'm pulling
Well,
a
thank
little.
you, though. Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
pulling a little of a hooker by trying to like make some money off some stuff.
Yeah.
On public land. Apologies.
Yeah, no. It's brilliant. But
get
you have to have
court-martialed.
Square and you have to have Venmo. It's just like
So many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer to your question, there are so many flags over Sonoma because it does kind of represent the different European and then American nations that laid claim to this area.
Imperialism.
Imperialism.
Yes.
Yeah, there you are.
And colonialism.
And colonialism. And I think the Russians, supposedly there was a group of Mexican or Californios who traipsed over to meet the Russians somewhere because they hiked from here to there.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a embassy mission, basically, because that Camino de Sonoma, which is a group of people who walk from Sonoma to Fort Ross, it's part of their pilgrimage / a recreation of that historic multi-day trek.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. So, wow, I'm shocked you answered them all correctly.
Well,
Hey Travis,
Yeah, thanks.
what are you doing in the afternoons at 11 o'clock on Wednesdays?
I would really
You want to come on
like to
volunteer?
bump up my game there. Yeah.
So you answered them all correctly, so you passed the test.
Oh, thank you.
Good job. You bet.
Where's my sticker?
I'll get you one.
Okay. Thank you.